All right, kids. Hey, that was my reading glasses. I'm supposed to have on these cool shades. That's a lot better. Today we're going to talk about how to play in key with guitar and what harmonica to pick. Okay, simply here's the guitar. Here's the key of E. See that? When you're playing the blues, you got to get that draw number 2. This is an A harmonica. See? A. Does it say A on there? I think so. You could see it that way, this way. Anyway, A. The draw number 2 fits the E note. Okay. Second position. You can find charts, but I want you to hear this. Now, go to the key of F. I want you to hear the difference. B flat harmonica, B flat. That's how you play in key. Next one is the key of G. You'll need a C harmonica. Hear how they're getting higher? I want to take you higher. Here's key of A, D harmonica. The number 2 draw note is that note. So if you're playing somewhere, you got to make your harmonica match. And then here we'll go to the C chord here. Okay. The way the guitar's set up, it's like the alphabet. Except it starts in E. E, F, G, A, B, C, D. And it starts in E again. That's why guitar players and piano players are in fear of harmonica players. Because if I just play here, and we pick up any old harmonica, it won't be in key with this, and then it won't sound right. Alright. That's for playing the blues second position and country. Another thing, that's second position or cross harp, typical blues stuff, which you probably want to learn how to play. If you're playing country music or cowboy music, I'm playing in the C, that's a C chord, key of C. This is a C harmonica. This is one way you can do it. You don't have to. But you know, there's different melodies. That's the idea. Play a melody, you know. See, that's what folkies do when you hear Bob Dylan going. Play like Bob Dylan. Put it in your mouth and blow in and out. But he's a genius. Like a rolling stone. A couple little blow bends. You're Dylan. But that's folk music. That's first position. If this is the key of C, you have a C harmonica. Now you can play cross harp to country songs. Willie Nelson's harp player does that. Back in the saddle again, out where a friend is a friend, where the terrible horse feed on the lonely gentleman. I'm back in the saddle again. I don't want to use the little rack because I can pick these up and use them But that's the idea, see? So country music, first position, and that was second position. I was in the key of C and F harp. They have charts for this. Here's one. I don't know if you can see this, but you could freeze your little phone and then make your own chart or do something with all this technology today. I don't even know if that's in focus. But generally today, the only positions used are first, second, and third by the average harmonica guy. You can use the other positions, but that's a little more advanced. Third position, if you have a chart like this one, like let's say you're playing in the key of E, so you need the D harmonica. They do mostly draw notes on the high end. It's a tongue block. A lot of times that's what you hear when you hear a chromatic. Guys playing in the key of D. The lower end of the chromatic is tuned different from a diatonic harmonica. So you get that chord. A lot of the tricky guys would lock the button, playing a half key higher. The button locked. Every time you let the button out, you get a sweet note. Cheater chromatic just gave a secret away. The old timers used to reverse the button, so every note that when they pushed it in would be a sweet note. But if you leave the button the way it is, guitar here's in E flat. Got the button in. When you let it out, it works. Cheater chromatic, but that's kind of for the blues. That's what they're doing anyways, is just doing those chords, mostly draw notes. You have to experiment with this stuff to make it work. So that's the idea. You know, get yourself a chart if you couldn't see that chart of mine. David Harp made a really good chart in one of his books. I don't know if the book's published anymore. You might want to look him up. I think he had the best overall chart. I keep that in my my harmonica case. I got a bunch of harmonicas. I don't know if you can see them, but I put them all in there. I front my own band, so I don't have to really do what anybody else wants. I got A, B, C, D, E, F all in a row, B flats over here, and a G, and I got a couple other low harmonicas, and I got one chromatic that I carry with me in the key of C. And they make chromatics in all different keys, but generally that'll get you through the night. Slim Harpo would carry his harmonicas in a tackle box. Probably not a bad idea, even for today, but I haven't been fishing or been to the fishing store in a long time, so I just got that box. I have another one with a whole bunch of harmonicas in it. It's good to have backup stuff, harmonicas, you know. But if that's too much money initially, now that they're so expensive, then, you know, get them as you go. So I hope that helped you learn how to be in key. Remember, E is a typical key for the blues. G is another one, and A. And if you looked at one of my earlier broadcasts, this is BHB 4, by the way, in case you're wondering. They're in order. Then that'll help you be able to play the blues with your, you know, A harmonica for when you're in the key of E, C harmonica when you're in G, D harmonica when you're in A. A lot of blues are in these keys. Not all the time. There's different things that people do. If you want to play along with the record, I'm sure there's charts you can look up. You can put in what key is this, and you can play with the record. A lot of guys played in F, like Scratch My Back's in the key of F. You know, popular old blues songs. Lil Walter did a lot of stuff. In the band was in F. He had a B flat harmonica. You'll learn all that stuff as you go, but I hope this helps you get the basics down. Another thing I think I'll show you while we're here is when you get to the end of a blues song and it goes. It's anyways, showed you in that other one that's a draw, bend, and then the one. Another thing you might want to slur this one here. Probably all you need to know to play the blues. I'll go over that in the next BHB 5 on a couple simple blues licks. Hope that helps you all. Thank you very much, man.